Hey there, going to be assembling some drawers. I'm going to show you all how to put one together, just real simple. Some of this wood's kind of ugly. Make sure you get the ugly side facing in, and if possible in the back of the drawer where no one's ever going to see it. This is just going in the workshop, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. We've got 1/2 inch sides, 1/4 inch bottom, and you're going to be using a stapler, 18 gauge, with 1.5 inch staples to assemble the body of the drawer, and then 3/4 or 1 inch staples to staple the 1/4 inch plywood onto the bottom until the glue sets. The glue is what's going to hold most of this together. So let's get her going. Get some wood glue on here. I'm using Titebond Original. You can use any of the Titebond products just fine. Any of the products really are good. If they're wood glue, it should be just fine for what you're doing here. I like Titebond. This is what I grew up with in the cabinet shop, and it's what I like to use. I like to use lots of glue if squeeze out is not going to be an issue for your project. And for this project, no one is ever going to see this part of it, so a little bit of squeeze out won't hurt anybody's feelings. Something else you can do to keep these joints from slipping around is go grab your salt shaker with some fine ground salt, sprinkle it on the glue, and then when you assemble it, it'll work like a grit and help hold all the pieces from sliding as you're assembling it. Okay, this is going to be this side. Make sure you got it lined up before you shoot it, and make sure your fingers are out of the way. Usually 3 or 4 staples is fine per side. Okay, get that all lined up over here. See if I can shoot my finger with this one. That doesn't feel good. These staple guns, some of them, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, have a little tip that sticks out that you're able to rest against the top of your wood, and that will set for 1/2 inch and 3/4. It'll set the staple exactly where you need it to go. So you just rest that on the outside of the box and shoot it, and your staples will be in a perfectly straight line every time. So, handy little trick. These also have little removable and interchangeable guards if you're trying to protect the wood from damage by that tip. Okay. You might notice that the boards are different heights. I had one shorter piece, so I decided I was going to use that in the back of the drawer where no one is ever going to see it. I also like to take my thumb or a finger along here. Since it's water-soluble wood glue, this will wash off in the kitchen. If you're using Titebond 3, this stuff is waterproof. If you get that on your arm, on your hairs, and let it set up, it is not going to come off very easily with warm water. It will eventually come off, but it's unpleasant. Okay. Quite unpleasant. Get those lined up. Keep your fingers where they can't possibly get shot. If you've never shot yourself with one of these things, it's pretty bad. It's not like a little cut. It bruises and tears and rips at the skin. Damn it! No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. If I really shot myself, I would have cut it out of the video. You would never see that. Okay. Let's get her flipped over. This is going to be the bottom of our drawer. Turn it this way though, so it sits better. Okay. Get a little bead of glue the whole way around. if I knew how to edit videos, you wouldn't have to watch me do this in real time. Could speed it up and put some funny music on, maybe. On the bottoms, I don't like to smooth the bead too much. I like to leave it raised. Seems to catch the wood just a little bit better. Okay, let's see. We're gonna let that be the inside. Yeah, this is some reused wood that came out of a camper conversion I'm working on right now. And I am not entirely sure how that ended up being so much smaller than what's supposed to be. That's concerning. Something doesn't seem right. And the thing that's not quite right about this, no, it does seem, see, that's wrong. It's entirely possible that I cut all these boards incorrectly. Yeah. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. All I gotta do is add a couple sheets of plywood to either side and it'll fit perfect. It'll be just fine. Who's gonna know? My wife doesn't ever come in the workshop. She'll never see it. She might watch the video though. No, she doesn't watch my stuff. No. Surely not. But I'm not sure how I did that. I figured it out. I screwed up. That's what I figured out. But sometimes when you dig a hole, you just keep digging. I'm gonna pause the video right there. And magic. Maybe. Magic didn't happen. Camera didn't stop. Editing the video, if you'll just stop through this point and cut everything in that sequence, and I'll get a new one put together so that it doesn't show up in the final product. That would be great. Thanks, Kevin. Alright, let's pretend this is the same drawer body that I had here a second ago and that I didn't destroy it and start over. I did try to disassemble it, that did not go well. I cut it for the wrong opening. Right size, wrong hole. Story of my life. Like that. And don't make that dirty. Hardwood joke. Okay. 1-inch staples. Maybe. I always like to line up a corner. It does not matter what the rest of it is. Just line up your first corner and get started with it. It helps, these boards are almost never going to be straight. It helps if you just work your way down and get it lined up right here. Shoot the staple, touch your fingers, come to your mix spot, line it up, shoot the staple. So long as your board on the bottom is square, your drawer will come out perfect if you do this. Alright, from there, careful about splinters. Get those little glue runs out of the way. This drawer is going to be heated, so the glue is not going to matter so long as it's not built up along the sides. Little drops aren't going to hurt if you smear this. I like to put them about every 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches. You can go closer if you want to. For what I'm doing, you just don't need to. I really do like these cordless nail guns. I've got a pile of air guns laying around, but I do not use them. A little bit short on my wood. Shoot them in at an angle to get them to catch. Okay. That glue didn't do anything back there. The bottom's too small. But you know what? I'm not going to destroy another frame to show you all. Here's what she is. One heck of a mess. So now you don't have to feel too bad when you make your own. That's where that back does not quite line up. I like to go along all these glue joints. This one's going to be a little messed up, but it took 20 minutes between destroying the old one and making a new body for you. Anywho, there she is. She's not pretty, but it's a basic drawer. This is the way most of your drawers are going to be constructed. Something simple. You do want to make sure that the front of your drawer, that board is inset inside of the side rails, so that when you pull on it, you don't rip your drawer off. If you try to nail this board onto the sides, that will eventually work its way loose. The nails will come out and this thing will come off. But if you got your nails driven in from the sides, that would be a nice secure forever face. And you're going to cover all this up anyway with a finished face to the drawer. But there she is. Appreciate y'all watching. I hope somebody got a good laugh out of that.